Apple. It's another cryptic graphic from Apple for fans to obsess over. Yep, it's time for more new products from Apple, and rumors suggest an updated iPhone SE could be on the horizon. The text accompanying the invite, peak performance, could mean more news from Apple's Silicon arm. Maybe we'll get a glimpse at its M2 processor for future Macs. The iPhone SE deserves a refresh to bring it in line with the rest of Apple's phone lineup. It still has a home button. In 2022, this year's model may get Face ID and 5G support, with a design similar to 2018's iPhone XR. As Apple's cheapest iPhone, the most interesting part will be where the price lands. How much cheaper than the iPhone mini? Matt Smith. The biggest stories you might have missed. What do economic sanctions mean for Russia's space program? What about the ISS? Shamil Jumatov, Reuters. Following economic sanctions and financial constraints from the US, EU and the UK, Russia issued retaliatory sanctions of its own against Western companies. On Wednesday, Roscosmos announced it will not launch the next round of 36 OneWeb Internet satellites scheduled for liftoff on March 4 from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Meanwhile, NASA remains optimistic the sanctions will not adversely impact ongoing collaborative space programs, like the running of the ISS, which has been a joint US-Russian effort from the start. But that could change. Continue reading. Biden wants to ban advertising aimed at kids. It's time to demand tech companies stop collecting personal data on our children. In his first State of the Union address, President Biden asked Congress to implement new laws to increase child safety on Facebook, TikTok and other social media platforms. Much of the motivation for change appears to have come from the Facebook whistleblower Frances Haugen, who attended the address as a guest of Jill Biden. Haugen recently testified before Congress, accusing Facebook parent, Meta, of disregarding child safety on the platform. The White House will ask for funding to study the question of child safety on social media. Continue reading. UN starts working towards a global plan to curb plastic pollution. The treaty could end up being as important as the Paris Climate Accord. After a week of negotiations in Nairobi, the United Nations has agreed to start working on the first ever global plastic pollution treaty. It's not likely to be ready before 2024, but according to the UN, it could end up being as important as the 2015 Paris Climate Agreement. In 2019, the organization found plastic pollution is 10 times worse than it was in 1980. Continue reading. Polestar's second concept car is a convertible with a drone inside. Polestar. Capturing the spirit of 80s and 90s kids' toys, Polestar's new concept car is the O2. Polestar O2 is our vision of a new era for sports cars, Polestar's head of design, Maximilian Massoni, said in a press statement. By mixing the joy of open-top driving with the purity of electric mobility, it unlocks a new mix of emotions in a car. Drivers will also be able to film their top-down adventures with the O2's integrated cinematography drone. Developed in collaboration with Hoko Flow, this autonomous camera drone rides in an area of negative pressure generated from an airfoil. The drone can follow along at speeds up to 56 miles per hour, and owners can edit and share the captured footage from the central infotainment system. Continue reading. Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 review. Truly the best Android tablet? The Galaxy Tab S8 has a brilliant OLED display, class-leading performance, a speedy fingerprint sensor and a premium design. Throw in an S Pen and Samsung's recipe makes for a high-end Android tablet that's hard to beat. And there aren't many rivals around to beat it. In his review, Sam Rutherford puts it best. There are two kinds of Android tablets, Samsung's Galaxy Tab S line and everything else. Continue reading. Ford splits business into separate EV and combustion units. The EV part is getting increasingly more important. Ford is splitting its car manufacturing business into separate EV-only and internal combustion engine, ICE divisions to help it fight both new EV competitors and conventional challengers. Its electric part, Model E, is meant to speed up large-scale development of EVs while producing connected vehicle technology for all of Ford vehicles. Continue reading. Aloy is a little less obsessed with her stash in Horizon Forbidden West. The latest patch is here to save a bit of your sanity. Guerrilla Games' new patch for Horizon Forbidden West addresses a number of issues that have been part of the game since launch. This includes a major bug that prevented players from completing the Reach for the Stars main quest. For instance, Aloy's ally Varl won't get stuck swimming anymore. But perhaps the best improvement is Aloy won't mention her stash as frequently. Until now, any time she picked up resources she couldn't carry, they'd be spirited away to her stash box, and she would let you know. Almost every darn time. Continue reading. All products recommended by Engadget are selected by our editorial team, independent of our parent company. Some of our stories include affiliate links. If you buy something through one of these links, we may earn an affiliate commission.